go give me bolo. Let them rap a cool and temper, let them do the juggle.
Mama smile, that's blessing, Nokia. If you face frown, be the king, talk of it, I mean no fets for round. Now Papa God bless me, I lay the fans them like me.
Too much of sick like malaria. People they die without them not get a finger. Any moves I make, everybody so vigilant. You go run mad.
Catch me, scatter me, Albata back, he got me. Talk about me life, they can say now them be me. Black back, the mark back, now black back, the pack the pack. Battle don't fall white in black. Now black back.
You surrender, aim for the crown, you go disgrace. You want seats by me, you no go see space. You want chase me na highway with no pace. You want hobby much well look toothpaste.
Test me, you are run reach me mind. I forgive you wasting chin. I lost, I not say a boss, not the first chin. If not film, we go act.
I get the flavor. We make Boku rappers favor. Like we woman just come up and in labor.
Welcome back from the very short break there. They watch the Today Show on Slick Television, Channel 37, and Mina Mohammed Toby Kagbo. Before this transition committee be even set up, we get a roadmap we lead for setting up a transition committee. Let me first understand that on the 2nd of August, the Sierra Leone Football Association be conveyed an elective congress, Nalunge, Usai, the executive committee currently headed by Babadi Kamara, being elected. Fast forward after the Congress, but before we even come into and look at when the committee been set up, the elected president in Lunge, Babadi Kamara, being give some statements in which regards as individual people in Sabian say he's somebody we used to development, is somebody we used to accountability, and is somebody we also use for do transparent things them. So him being the president of the Sierra Leone Football Association, these are the things we have been promised for bring to the SLFA. It's a short clip that we get and when we come back, 5 days fast forward, headed by Babadi Kamara and the executive, they appoint members for serve in the transition committee. But before we come look at the members in this committee, let me quickly take this excerpt from Babadi Kamara when he be elected as president, which he been talk around accountability and transparency.
Today, we are on a new trajectory. For those of you who know who Babadi is, you know I stand for development. I stand for the right thing, and I must ensure football takes its rightful place in our society.
For you will know me, you know say I stand for the good of the game and in terms of transparency. 5 days after the elections, the committee, then first work will then start for do and for appoint members for serve in the transition committee. And the chairman of this committee was Dr. Isaac Massakoy, when the chairman of the committee, and as well we'll get Mr. Sirajin Rollins Kamara, the vice chairman, and Mr. George Moore, a member, Madam Aisha Bawor, a member as well, ESQ, pardon me, and Mr. Tanu Jalo, the secretary to the committee, and Mr. Mans Davis also served as a member in this committee. So, this committee, their mandate specifically for the end on the 22nd of August, when we appoint them, we mean say after August 22nd, they don't work for done as committee when they don't give the responsibility for look at all of the things we don't happen at the SLFA. And according to them, then do them findings from 2019 to present date. But a lot the inside this report. Let me first look at the area we're going to deal with finance, because this might be one of the most important and significant in from the transition committee. But before we can go deep into that, I don't keep my guest waiting. But first, let me get from the chairman, Dr. Isaac Masako Usai. He talked about finance in this then report.
Our attention was really drawn to this one, that in 2019, the government of Sierra Leone provided that amount of money to the SLFA. At the time, the SLFA was under financial, was suspended from like FIFA or so. So there was nothing to run the FA, pay the staff, and to do the FA Cup. A request was made to government to support the secretariat and to run the FA Cup, and that amount of money was given to the NSA, the special account that was lodged at the Commercial Bank. And that money was withdrawn. We are not there to audit anyway, but we try to clear up certain things. So there was no FA Cup in 2020, I think it was more in 2023, there was no FA Cup in 2021, one was withdrawn on the understanding that they would be refunded. The money was withdrawn for something else. It happens in many institutions. In the current environment, you move money from one project to another one. It's not anything strange, but there are processes to follow. So the first one would be that a case has to be made as to why the money is being withdrawn. And then there has to be a no objection, possibly from the government or the agency that provided it. In this case, from records we saw, we actually looked at the records provided. A request was made to the NSA for the amounts to be used to fund a trip by under 17, one of the football sides, the junior ones, to play some competition somewhere. That request was made, and the reason why we want to ask the EXCO to investigate this particular transaction is the request was made on the 10th of December 2021. The same day the request was made, the money was drawn on the same day. So we didn't see any no objection from the government. The second point is it was withdrawn using counter check at the commercial bank. To use counter check for huge withdrawals like some of the things we saw. There are areas that we think the EXCO should investigate this. We can't really go beyond what we just said. And then the 4 buses were paid for $100,000 US, but only 2 have been delivered there. And 2024 December was a date on which all the buses up was delivered by the contractor. So we saw only 2 of those buses. So the $50,000 remain because buses are not there. That's something we gave the monthly EXCO to look at. We're not accusing anybody of anything. We just want the EXCO to go and look for this $50,000. It's state money.
That's now been Dr. Isaac Masako, the chairman for the Transition Committee. We've been set up by the Executive Committee of the Sierra Leone Football Association. But in the studios, I'm there with Tamba Levy of Familiar Voice, not the media landscape, and somebody where, in terms of analyzing critical issues, not just in sports, but as well in current affairs. It's a pleasure having you. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Today Show.
Good afternoon, Toby. Good afternoon, viewers. Good afternoon.
Before Carmen starts the discussion with you, let me again go back to the committee, the report we get for deal with finance. According to the committee, they outlined, say, the SLFA gets weak financial oversight, which means, say, the audit system where then at the Sierra Leone Football Association, no they happen like how it plans for happen. If it happen in monthly basis, and of course, the management account and not produce things well in the SLFA. They also make mention about procurement irregularities. We all know when somebody not a procurement person for an institution, he takes responsibility for all of properties which belong to that particular company there. And according to the transition committee, then find out, say, there is also lapses in that area from the SLFA. They also mention unaccounted government grants back then in 2019. The twist about this grant was not given under Thomas Dadi Brahima as the president of the SLFA. This now be a grant where government being given under the Madam Aisha Johansen in tenure and Christopher Kamara, now be the Secretary General by then. The amount was 720,000 in millions now. But before then, now be 720 billion leons government been give to the Sierra Leone Football Association. And what's make them give this money? And for one the FA Cup, where the FA Cup will get 400 billion leons by then, or 400,000 millions now for one the FA Cup. And the balance, now for give to SLFA staff them, we don't work for a couple of months. They don't receive pay because the SLFA by then be under, well, according to Chris Kamara, he said that we don't have financial restriction, and the then SLFA president he said we don't have financial ban. What I've been really know would have been to say the right thing. Away from that, let me quickly go back to the Technical Upgrade Center, because this is a catch. This technical center, I vividly remember hosting Thomas Dadi Brahima, which he say that FIFA don't approve $3 million for build a modern day technical center for the Sierra Leone Football Association. $3 million, 3.0. We'll bring that excerpt to you not too long, which he confirmed a few years down the line when we host time say it don't get standard from government. But not just about the money, but again, the committee also make mention about weak management structures. Facility management and memorandum understanding are poorly developed, leaving oversight gap. The way SLFA negotiates their contracts, the way that they get an MOU with companies, individuals who they do business with, the committee say it is not properly done. We will come into the relegation side when we start the discussion, but I will quickly go to the FIFA consultant, financial reform. FIFA consultant, when a light, Congo Mahi introduced 10 new financial procurement policies, fixed assets registered, and digitalized stocks in QuickBook, but delay passed due to the lack of qualified accountant. So this was a heavy embarrassment on the SLFA. Say they don't get people in with it up to the tax for do the accounting work proper one. And even for a strong allegation around safeguard, then say then be don't seriously allegedly abuse one 14-year-old within the premises of the SLFA. So we mean say they don't allege say the committee say things don't happen at the SLFA we involve an underage 14-year-old Pekin where then sexually abuse them. We don't want to get this thing out to the public who is responsible in all of this. But we'll bring more to you as we have to go now and start this discussion. Tamba, basically we look at this roadmap, which are all we don't come out before then set up this committee. When the election ends in Lunge, many people believe, say, okay, this committee could go straight to work because there are other people who don't serve in the previous president as committee members at the SLFA. We can't get to twist now. So, okay, there should be a transition committee for look at waiting we meet, waiting will not happen before we can. Do you think that would be the right call from this executive committee?
Well, actually, from your view, I believe Mr. Babari Kamara, the current president for the Sierra Leone Football Association, now he is an administrator. and where he take up office in Escole. I think that was a loud move where he make forget a transition committee, let able investigate into issues, policies, irregularities of the FA during the past years, not even from the Thomas Dadi Brahma led executive, but from Aisha Johansson, Kanto Thomas Dadi Brahma. Fine. Let them do a diagnostic of all the activities them, waiting them in do, how they spend FIFA money, waiting them do the activities they do, how they do then especially the administrative setup of the SLFA if you really work. It able to give like a springboard who say they can start. Then you give a directive. Say where am I going to start? It is start from here, from waiting the recommendation where the committee will give. Where the transition committee will give, now they able to start. Now they able to pick sense. Say let me start from here. Then he able to take a level from one level to another. Able to take in step. If you not get that, it just cannot more. You can't take leadership. Can't take over. Because I am the president, just can't take you not going to do work. Now this committee don't present them findings. Them findings and the where they are available to the media around 19 pages or so. I think it's a bulky document. The way they available to the media different from the main one.
Do you think that one of the questions will be asked the chairman of the board, of the committee, pardon me, say, this is a 40-page report, 40-page report on a poll 21 to the media, Tamba. Do you think that is a transparency from the committee, in fact, or do you think for international, for not say international, but for best practice, all of the findings for just within the scale of population and just pull a bit of the findings to the media? Do you think that don't show a lot of transparency and accountability?
Well, somehow yes, because there are recommendations which are made for the SLFA executive committee to follow. These recommendations we are from the bulk document, from the findings of the transition committee. Even whenever they do an investigation, he can able to get 2 reports. The person, let's say, if His Excellency set up a committee, say Toby and Amadou Levy, when I investigate on so issues. Yes, of course, you're able to get a report where not only for the eyes of the president, you understand, of the presidency, you're able to get a report where not for the general public. I hope you understand. When not for the general public, that's not bad. But the recommendations that you see say the committee touch on all other issues, administrative issues, ranging from finance, human resource, administration. You understand? They take all step by step. Then give a brief analysis. And don't forget, one thing again about surveillance, we don't like to read. You understand? Maybe let me then summarize down to 21. 40-page document. Even we are not 21. Most people are whether into sports, into governance, plenty no read. You talk with people here now, then they will tell you in depth of that report because they don't read that. They're not culture. We need to read. You understand? There was a piece I wrote the day. A day or 2 after the report was released to us. I read the reports, and I found out something, and then from there, now I write a piece. I ask the question, these reports, we don't have to. Now, reports, we go able to make or break the SLFA or develop football in this country. You understand? Because some people, and generally, the debates between all sports sporting forums, and they ask, some people they think and say, now which one? You understand? The one car one after the one that will be the executive will be the. I say no. This is not a witch hunt. It happened in Ghana, it happened in Kenya, even presently in Nigeria. You understand? Then they are about to do the same. Reason being that FIFA money they come, and whenever money they come for the country, now for the people of Sierra Leone, for everyone and they use them. You understand?
But come to think of it, let me go deeply into the report. Again, we just don't be joined by Reginald in the studios. Reginald, good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Toby. Good afternoon, and good afternoon to viewers of the Today Show on Slick TV. It's a pleasure being here.
Tamba, I still want to go with you now. You make mention that some people or a school of thoughts They could be right, they could be wrong. Opinion don't mean saying a fact. Some school of thought say this might be a witch hunt. Against who? That is the question again. The committee put out some amount of money in their report when they make for public consumption, as you say, the 720,000 new leons. That was put out. And allegedly, they said that money was withdrawn by the SLFA president, Thomas Dadi Brahima, because Madam Acho Yansin not be used the money saying, don't forget anything we're going to do with government support at the SLFA, because by then they may get the courts, issue by then Ian Christopher Kamara. You don't feel like if the committee not pull all of the reports for public consumption, but put out some specific way get for deal with the then SLFA president, do you think more people will trust the committee?
Well, just like I earlier
Remember,
said,
the only change in this is 2 people, Babadi Kamara and 1 exco will just come in, but all of the remaining 9 excos been there with Thomas Dadi Brahima.
the SLFA then get the administrative wing. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They deal with the daily administrative activities of the SLFA.
Mm-hmm.
Then get the leadership wing with the president and the ESCO.
Mm-hmm.
Where in fact they then not so every day they go na the secretariat. You understand? And the former president, when Thomas Dadi Brahima, we all know say he get alleged corruption issues within the investigate. I can't tell, and you can't tell, maybe the 720,000 or 720 million, they part of the alleged funds where they say it be mismanaged. You understand? So
sure.
the anti-corruption, you case there and that way, you know, done, then the investigator. Though some school of thought, they say no. The anti-corruption not getting no right for investigate the SLFA because of FIFA money. But this money now, the same question, come up from the government of Sierra Leone, direct from the taxpayers' money. It go to the SLFA account. So if there is somebody withdraw the money, as alleged, say somebody withdraw the money without following due process or no user, I think the government know who they give money, and the owner be the leader by then who they give money. Then the process is then the way SLFA withdraw money, where they go withdraw. The government now get the responsibility for investigate. We will give this money to SLFA. How they use them? Do you understand? This transition committee report now an eye opener. Also, it will even help the ACC for investigate to say the money go. Now that I believe.
The Anti-Corruption Commission, we reach into that part when we start, but let's just bring Reginald in quick one. Reginald, I want to bring you to the area of capacity building, because the committee make some really strong recommendation. Say the SLFA is understaffed, the SLFA is not even running as an institution if I really run. But with the area of finance again, let me just go, because this has to do with accountability and transparency. The committee understanding Costa bosses. This is something we're really critical in these findings from the committee. $100,000 was paid by the Sierra Leone Football Association in full to Banda Company Limited for 4 buses, but only 2 were delivered, remaining the balance of 50,000. According to the findings, we understand people go back and take a return of $40,000 as alleged that not only 2 buses scam. Now, the question here is, do you think now one person at SLFA can take a decision? As we all know, SLFA not to an executive president, then get all of the members are voted for. Do you think this will give you a very good making football, or do you think this report go break football and we go know some of the irregularities would only happen since 2019 to present day at SLFA?
Thank you very much. The reports, I think, speak for himself. The reports uncover a lot of things we not be the go right now the SLFA. We some of we as sports journalists may always on the talk that A, B, and C, A has another go right. Indeed, I'll come to the finance aspect of we talk, particularly the way we get for the purchasing of buses. 4 buses, they deduct money for pay for, and only 2, and the other 2 remaining buses up till now, we, according to the reports now that now it's over $50,000. And also, I get a concern on the $527,000 project, which was the technical department, the technical committee department.
And I have an interview with that, pardon me, when Thomas Daddy, we'll definitely try to bring that interview shortly, when Thomas Daddy Brima, they say, FIFA approved $3 million for build an ultra-modern technical center. You can continue.
Yes, so the technical center now, it's $527,000. SLF budget for that project, and 95% of that money has been paid according to them. Even though there is poor documentation, 95% of the said amount being paid, and you check a look at the project now, the project is barely 30% completed. And in a project where you almost don't pay 95% of the money, then if they finish up by now. So I think that is also a case that we should look into. $527,000 is a huge amount of money and all. And in fact, that the company that they awarded that contract to is not a company owned by a foreign individual. Yeah, now a company owned by a Sierra Leonean. I will get the name. Now a company owned by a Sierra Leonean, and the said amount of money has been paid. But again, I get conversation. I know one of the engineers with the work. I know calling him because I don't want for they get any problem outside the work. And then I get certain facts from him that the reason, in fact, why the project is stalled at this moment, it is because of finance. So again, you ask the question, whose side the remaining money? Don't go, because if they don't give this amount of money towards this project, and the project is at a stalemate now. The last time the committee said they go in and 4 people they meet, so the 2 they push with Barrow, nothing is being done. And now another Salon Premier League they can start, so that particular venue will not be prepared. You look at the coastal buses, the buses rather we come for a transportation issue, 2 is still yet unaccounted for. And I agree with you, you make mention that not to one person no more, no. Mind you, it boils down to the fact that the procurement process, it's a big flood. I mean, they don't get proper procurement process, which also the committee, and it also shows a lot of things that they need to go and miss out. So now, Toby, if, for example, there is a proper procurement process, then it go through the normal, then some of them things that are not being supposed to happen. So for me, I think the issues are really huge there. And also there is a $50,000 for school games or school football, which is unexplained. Also the reports captured and the $50,000 we then give for school football. That school football they play, you know how we end. It was made by corruption. In fact, Edwards will win the competition, not being get the opportunity to represent Salon in the African competition. And there was a lot of things that they told me, even balls. 10,000. Yes, over 10,000. It's only getting 50 balls or so. Those balls were not distributed. The name balls that they don't do, and for the past 1 to 2 years, they are in the store. There
is something where I really want let we quickly talk about. It's good we don't get a formal production team. We also go with Dr. Masakoi, the ARA, talk about the legal parts of the Sierra Leone Football Association. We definitely will come into that shortly. But let me look at promotion and relegation. This is something where might hinder the progress we're going to make small inside football, because by the statutes and constitution of the SLFA, Tamba, not only Congress get the right to determine how many clubs could be promoted, how many clubs could be relegated. Now we understand a Premier League board don't be set up for both male and female, but we'll focus on the male side, because now they get some heavy twist right now, as we don't know whether it's Mighty Blackpool or Diamond Stars at the club will don't be relegated. But the committee make a recommendation, Tamba, say, well, based on your recommendation, and go advance because there was no proper first division played in the western area. They say now only the northern region play a constructive first division. Do you think the recommendation of the committee, if there's a idea to RAM, do you think we are making progress, or you feel say there will be clubs who will boycott the league?
Well, actually, this is not the first time that we not get no relegation. I think it happened to tell the stakeholders league play, where FC Johansen decided not to participate in that particular
So you might say that was not even recognized?
Yes. No, but government sponsored it, and almost all the teams, 13 teams also played the league. Only FC Johansen decided not to, because of reason best known to Madam Aisha by then. And also, I think around 2019 as well, when East Alliance won the league, I think there was no promotion twice. It has happened twice. The committee, the reason why they state, though for me, I don't think say in a professional setting, that will happen, no matter which club we fall. You understand? We relegate for relegate. But let me watch at this again. How we promotion they happen? From when we begin follow football over the world, Europe and elsewhere, Salon now get the fastest means for letting promote from one division to another. Coach me anywhere. We don't see teams that form in 3 years' time, then they go Premier League. 3 to 4 years. Then they play Premier League. How then promotion in there happen? We saw my Western area where you want team in new name, can play 2, 3, 4, 5 games, and they even play 10 games. Pam! They say don't qualify for the German playoff. Then go region, then take now from the region, we see them with the year, and say this team don't qualify. How are we playing it? Is the Division 1, Division 2 competitive? These are the questions we should be asking ourselves. It's not competitive, to be honest with you. If you're not competitive, where they play the Premier League, anybody where they play the Premier League, and I make a curious as an amateur league with the play, not the Premier League.
I agree.
Because how on heart, you get a Premier League player, where they say for select under 17 team. Most of the time are from the Premier League teams and they come on. For select under 20, most of the time are from the Premier League. For select under 23, most of the time are the Premier League. If all the Premier League teams then get the reserve, like our FC Cologne, they get FC Cologne Junior, they play Division 1, Division 2. The Division League is competitive. We're able to get graduation. Because somebody come on under 14, under 15, if they do well, if they play them reserve, then Division 1, Division 2, that level, if they will come straight up to the Premier League. In fact, in technical ability, they develop. But will they take player from Kofa League, they go play inter-area Kofa League, we see them pull and they direct to the Premier League. They can't play Premier League. The next OT they say they don't call an Lyon Stars. They don't even get the idea or the knowledge for develop. When they see England, they don't go to even England, Guinea, how they league competitive. They like the year. Then most of the whole team then they go CAF competition, continental competition. They see the result. Quite recently, Banter FC East Lions.
Yeah.
You understand?
It's an embarrassment.
It is an embarrassment to the nation because of we homework. We know they do well. Let the division league competitive. Somehow, I will agree with the committee. We don't get no competitive division league. If they say if we restructure now,
but that is not their mandate for make a recommendation like that because
well,
the highest body in football would determine whether we will get relegation.
It is a recommendation. They recommended it to the SLFA, the ESCO committee, and the ESCO.
But before they even make the recommendation, we don't see the foods about who done the other club we relegate.
No, but we might even come here. You know, say we might be not come on say relegation not get for the. Yeah, you know that.
No, well, this is something in governance. It's about continuity. I'll bring regional in. With a part of the press conference na Radisson Blue, when the then SLFA president, Tomodade Bremer, but they give a roadmap we will lead we to the 2025, 2026, and 2027 league season, and which by now we next league for the plan out with 14 clubs. By the roadmap we may announce na Radisson. Do you think this might be the biggest fight in the history of Scotland football if then say we not get no relegation on proportion? Mind you, the WAFA play and what can I say, an improper first division league. If you said this might be the problem in all of these reports.
In fact, just for break, and the WAFA Division 1 league has been suspended indefinitely by the well, the Secretary General, then Benjamin Gordon, the DDO don't suspend the Division 1. I just see that press release there. And then you ask, yes, I was part of the press, the Congress at Radis in Blue. And then we see also it was the head of competition, so Ibrahim Sise, wake out the roadmap for take we to the 2025 SLFA elective Congress, yeah. And in that roadmap, we see outside and put out the clear mandate as to how many teams will be relegated, how many teams will be promoted. It was agreed that 4 teams will be relegated.
Yes.
Even when this league starts, the chairman of the Premier League board
mentioned that.
Did mention in the official first speech that yes, we are going to have demotion and promotion. Now, this is the result you have. That is why the last time we look at the effectiveness of the competition department. Because there is no proper calendar, there is no structure in place.
Exactly.
They can grab number 1 morning and then say in 2 weeks' time we start the Premier League. For crying out loud, that is not happening. Registration go just week number and say will they start for register. But again, my biggest contention here is to be if then they tell me that the league was flawed by mere controversies and all, and also they use some other words like they say Division 1 only stage in 2 regions. Now the FA Cup we play, Western area not take part, but our FA Cup play all the clubs in the Western area not take part, but yet still the SLFA go ahead
clubs
and play the FA Cup without 2 regions. Western area is 1, and then I think we have the
FA Cup we won by Bo Rangers.
Yes, the last FA Cup we play after that FA Cup. Now we get no representative from Western area, the biggest region in football, and also I think I don't know if it's the Northwest or not. I think either the North or Northwestern region, then self not take part from that play of it. But yet still the competition going. Is it because the teams that will don't be relegated now? Allegedly be the support the current president? Because if you look at the 4 teams relegated, they were all, in fact, it was no hiding place. That 1, Freetown City Council was supporting Babadi Kamara. 2, Lambo FC or Bulham Stars was supporting Babadi Kamara. Diamond Stars, that's where we get this infight with Blackpool, was supporting Baba and Cambo Eagles. These 4 clubs. Is it based on that? Because again, Toby, if they tell you that the league will not be incredible and all, then will not be for us send representative there for go represent we into the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederation Cup. Because the league was smeared by controversies and all. And this also undermines the league we just play. For crying out loud, that is the league that Mohamed Kalon had about 15 to 16 players we choose for go represent Salon, and they were exceptional. This same league is a league that most of our boys go represent in the under 20, and they did extremely well. So is this an honestly? I think that the only part of the transition in Porto I get question mark with a lot of question mark. Yes, in terms of players registration and all them challenges and kinde, but I think this league it was better. Even though points and they win at table, but we see reduced drastically. So in terms of promotion, even though some of them think they did not get the power for determining a recommendation they make and clearly say their recommendation also left to the committee or the SLF executive committee for say we go by them or we know they go by them. They not get a mandate say. Then the mandate will then give them now for identify the problem and provide solution. It is left with the SLFA fully for determining which way or which standing they go. So for me, I think I have problem with that one to be. I think it is not fair, particularly to the teams them we don't put in there. For me, it's just like waste of money at the end of the day, because if the whole league don't play, then nobody's going to be promoted and nobody's going to be relegated. Then what's the basis of wasting a huge amount of money? What's the basis of wasting time, energy, resources in a league we don't get no demotion and all? For me, the region they not play, then people don't organize. Yes, the one they will play, the 2 region they will play, they organize and go represent we. The other region they don't play, it is left with them. They tell them for play. If they don't play, then the 2 other people are not give for play, not for make the one they will play suffer for them. So I think I have problem in that part of farm, even though it has not been officially clear yet that there will be no relegation, because we still await. Now they don't call for registration. Then club already relegation, so they don't register. They don't really register.
A Premier League board already don't be set up. But we just to look at one part, Usai. Dr. Isaac Masako, we talk about the financial aspects of the Sierra Leone Football Association, things where they unearth about money them where not be accounted for. He also talk about the legal parts of the committee, waiting and waiting, they also look at the SLFA. Then we go back to the chairman of the committee and listen to him, Dr. Isaac Masako.
So on the legal side, Sister here, these are some of the things we found out. That we have to do a lot of work on the area of compliance. There is a compliance officer. Somebody was given that compliance job just before the transition to this, assigned from another job. Now, compliance business is a serious matter. It's a very serious matter, so we don't believe that it should be added to some other portfolios. Somebody should be there as compliance person, making sure, because we have to meet certain regulations. The way salaries are structured there doesn't even make sense. We saw one file where somebody was queried consistently over 4 or 5 queries there, still managed to get a salary increase. It doesn't make sense. Just holding back the salary increase is part of the punishment for queries. Safeguarding failures. We spoke to Alusan Kaba, who have wealth of experience in safeguarding issues. And that's because of the way the game is played now. There are junior, minor people there, the women's football. Safeguarding is very serious. The FIFA team takes this very seriously these days. And in this particular case, came to our attention, we saw emails of complaints that were made with the FA at the time. We don't know how far they went in investigating that, so we're asking them to reopen this particular matter and investigate it. The way contracts are drafted there, how they looked at it and said, this is not the way to do it. And the SLF is violating the laws of Sierra Leone. So the one female staff there on it, there's a second one came in just before we arrived, the young lady there. We have to do something about that 30% in terms of female representation in the competitions department. This is a very important department in the SLFA. The referees, the way the committee is structured, it's probably not working well. Decisions are made arbitrarily. Money is provided for training, targeted for training, are wired off to something else. There are delays, and the time we were doing this inquiry, suppliers were calling the SLFA asking for monies for workshops that the referees are undertaking. We have to take the referee very seriously because this goes to the heart of the game itself. Mandatory member association courses that will take place that FIFA requests for are not happening. The last Premier League ended on the Division 1 competition that is supposed to inform promotion and elimination was a very flawed process. Very, very flawed. In fact, even before, the day our names were announced, we started receiving messages from individuals, those who know us. Some people actually wrote letters and all of that, complaining about that. So we are saying that it wasn't properly done at all. And therefore we are asking for, it's up to the EXCO to agree with us. We saw a calendar done by the competition department for the game to start in October, of course. We think that they should immediately adopt that and scrap this Division 1 thing that is going on. So we recommend that the SLFA takes over completely the role of the national football team. So if the SLFA asks for 25 million and that is provided by the government, then it turns that over to the SLFA and the SLFA accounts after using the money. That's what we think.
Back to Dr. Isaac Massaquoi, who say talk about, I say Reginald laughter side when it's a man in the plus then salary, not the salon for population. But in respect of the change will happen in the elections, we get a new president, but with the same people we previously been on serve.
Yeah.
Now, an executive where a lot of irregularities happen. And we all know, say, SLFA, the president not right for take single-handed decision. The president not get the right because all of those people are voted for. Not like President Marabio can just appoint today and tomorrow morning if you feel safe for sack you, he can still sack you. Regina, the area of accountability gets some very big significance for play in this. Not to be accounted for the 720 million now in this new currency, and with 114-year-old where the committee say they be alleged sexually abuse them, but this is something we don't ever come out to the public. Could this be the issues that would only happen about female players being sexually harassed in the national team?
Well, not a secret. The one way we do the report say the safeguarding issue now one way. In fact, there is a serious gap. Our female players are not protected. The last time Mina be one of the big advocates for them. In fact, then they expose the female players into a lot of risks. Look at the just concluded female Premier League where they play. Then they put them female players for play 2 p.m. in the afternoon under a hot burning sun, and they make the male player they play under a level of convenience at 4 or 4:15. So all the time, now they don't suffer because the male and the female game that they match too much, they send women for camp play though, which tells you that there is no clear, respect or safeguarding issue. Also, it's good now the man for camp play 2 o'clock, the woman go to 4 o'clock because they are the weaker vessels and all. But that is not happening. You look at what are some of the safeguarding something you get things rules and all they put. Other association in the world, then female players then the level of interaction whether they get with the male counterpart, it is you get some. But now you see female teammates again, male teammates again, the same washroom. Now you see that they move up and all of these outside proper safeguarding issue. In fact, even time management today, the same way they can't game, whether they come up, make sure say they access with the opposite sex. It is well looked into. All of these are things that have not been. So for me, Toby, I think there is a lot of concern there. Even in the area of employment, for a whole salon association for only get 2 female staff, it's a shame.
They don't even read the 30%.
Exactly, it's 85. It is on the report that 85% of the employees then are male. So it tells you there is no respect for female, and government we don't pass a law say every institution forget at least 30% quota for female and for reserve learning, and we see even from the top, the president, watch ministers they are appointing a female. You go to parliament, female and they occupy certain positions. So I think it is embedded on the executive as well for look at how they can bring in more female into the fold. We can get like 5, 6 and all, but I'll tell you the SLFA is seriously understaffed. Seriously understaffed. A lot of people are at the SLFA where they do job there, but because they feel like they want for all thing to themselves, they don't want for open hand. How can you have a competition department, for example, and there are less than 5? In order for a competition department where you get for organize and you get for oversee Premier League, Division 1, Female League, Youth Football, and all of them they fall just 5 people. It cannot work. So that is why these are some of the challenges. But when you say some of them here to be, people and they will look at it and say, the one there, people away. Whether they return to me, whether they this and that. When you speak the reality, when you speak the truth, every time people and they will come up with explain. I will tell you a lot of things and where this president need for look into, they need for take hard decision. I know it will be tough. You need the support of your executive for take certain decision. But particularly when it comes to secretariat staff, Mohammed Toby, if there is a need for the heads they rule let heads roll. Who fit for the position, he can maintain the position. But if it is subjected for make everybody come back to a fresh interview, fresh application, everybody can show what he able for do, and then he's secure in position, fine and good. I think that will be a solid footing, and let them advertise other position. Let them advertise other position then. Let young people and freshmen and come in and apply. Let them come to
one of the things we're on for now, do you think you just could be a report recommendation without nothing accounted for?
It will be, I'll tell you something, it will be difficult to make this executive take hard decision on this report. Do you know why? Majority of the one the way this report they point fingers at, they are the ones that are taking the decision. And there is no way you can bite the finger that feeds you. He who pays the pipers calls the tune. Yeah. Now, for example, if Babani insisted in taking the right decision, they never subject them to vote. Babani only gets one executive vote. Where if there is a tie, also I casting ballot, 9 they prevail. You understand? How can there be a tie where 8 or 9 of the executive members they from the past regime, they get serious cases they will never look into. Are they going to vote against themselves? They will not. So that is why I would tell you, Toby, for me, this will just be like a case study. It will just be like a case study. But in terms of my expectation, say something big will come out of this report, then go old person and go prosecute somebody. No. I just feel like, well, the minors then go suffer. But the elephants and being in the room, they will continue to be there. They are voted for. The secretariat staff then can decide, okay, these people are can count new set of people there. But what about the decision makers? What about the one doing the actors then? They are still going to be in contention for make decisions. So it will be very, very difficult. But I'm sure this is a solid platform now for make them build on going forward. Then no say if they work with some of them and put the right structure and mechanism, then they're going for succeed. But I'm afraid the people already around. The people already around the president. Looking at the track record, it's a bit questionable.
With typical team, they strive for process material. Usai Tomodadi Brahma have been bluff about the $3 million where they received from FIFA for a modern day technical center. We are bringing that na Slick TV, the Today Show. We not just the sweep and cover the dirty with the carpet. We need to clean everything. So we are bringing that for confirmation. Say which would they talk now? As something to come out from Tomodadi Brahma. Before we can get the views of people as we will transition, and Rabiatu Mansari go join you Una in the second part of the show. We'll look about the expected result, Tamba. According to the committee, they said for restored accountability, strengthen internal system to ensure transparent and responsible management across all operations. I want to talk about this. Accountability is highly significant in all of this thing we'll talk about. And again, make mention that before the elections, we see the ACC being detained, the then president, the now acting general secretary, and the finance man for answer to some questions. But nothing not come again from the ACC. Imagine that was one of the reasons some people are, let's say, this might be a way for weakening Tomodadi Brahma going to the elections. Because now, the ACC not come up with anything further after the first press conference we make, like 3 days going to the elections. If you say this, get for be like with John Pamine to win a John Reyes.
Well, the ACC is still, I think,
they are still investigating.
They are still investigating. It takes time.
Yeah,
you know, they determine when investigation.
The manner in which that press conference was held is like they don't get 99% of the findings of the investigations against the SLFA president, and he was the only one with 2 of his senior members of the secretariat. Let me even detain them. I stand to be correct.
Sure, they should have been indicted by now. Is that what you're saying?
No, if they don't even indict them by now, but for don't see some significant progress or more in terms of the ACC updating the public with regards to the findings.
Well, we cannot determine that. It's left to the ACC. You understand? Now they get a mandate for investigate such matters. However, I think the time we don't take on this particular issue, the public declare out loud to the commissioner for say, oh, what is going on with that issue? You understand? I think the question and they who for post to her, we like them for able to give you an answer towards that. But however, transparency and accountability, we don't see over the years in all institutions in Sierra Leone. You understand? Even individual, where people in the work, where you request for them to be accountable and transparent. Oh, you know, problem. You understand? This is our nature. It is part of us. We don't want to be accountable. We don't want to be accountable. We don't want to be transparent in whatever thing we are doing. Now we take back to the institutions there. It is simple. You are working for the Sierra Leone Football Association. You understand? You are serving the people of Sierra Leone. Why can't you be accountable? At the end of the year, you get for pay for what you don't do. Okay, this and this, no, this money, I am even asking myself the question. SLFA gets auditing, family audits every year. Where are these auditing reports? Because where auditors they come every year, where they can audit you irregularities and issues that we get, they highlight them. Where I highlight the issues, see this and these are the issues. They recommend, say this and this and this and so on. But every year, the same thing, money they lost, money they this, money they... When they investigate you, where somebody come from, impolarity, this, na so bam, we don't spend now, look the, na so spend this, look the one that we sign for the money. That shows transparency and accountability. But every year, we get the same issue. Every now and then, we get the same issue. This present executive, headed by Mr. Babari Kamara, I think, they have to open up. If not for even change the auditor, you know, the auditing team, where they audit the Sierra Leone Football Association every year, they need for changer. I see them count other auditing firm. Then they forget even internal auditor. I'm afraid, I doubt if even it's like they're not the internal auditor.
The committees.
You understand? Then for even the internal auditor. Forget we don't get director of finance. You forget senior finance officers. You understand? Forget finance officer. All employees, forget accountants. All employees need for the SLFA. Are they there? Maybe the director of finance, they do all the other jobs there. Then get procurement officer. These are the questions. If they don't get procurement officer, who do they buy? Which committee where they buy? Who do they head the committee? Now that direction no more. Where they ask until they put money then go buy. We need for ask yourself then question indeed. These are the issues. Administratively, the Sierra Leone Football Association has not been doing all over the years. And we know of names they were not doing at that place. They over for years. Now the name no there. We know say they're not for the day. But let me watch. They don't upgrade. What are the technical courses they don't do for head department where in the head? Waiting at the modern development where they don't count today. You understand? So if that here not change, we go continue for talk. Now the same thing will happen. Same thing will happen. I get a rumor say this Ladia game host so. Somebody is just a rumor. Say you go arrange for hotel. I think he
make an increment of $8,000.
$8,000. An increment of $8,000 from the actual cost.
So that is something
you understand.
That is not the actual cost. Not so hidden secrets. It's going to happen every Leone Stars travel.
Instant as me, if na maybe be that Babari Kamara, instant as that thing they come at the set up committee for investigating individual. If they find them guilty, it'll go. But then we sweep under the carpet back. I think proof that to that towards that they say the person they beg, they say, you know, and believe me, that person they where they election, not in one. If they investigate, not in one.
There is a formula they call indemnity, working then at the budget what they make for when Leone Stars get game partially. And there are funds where not even accounted for. But this is something, the mandates of the committee, Regina, now that they're not for left no hidden secrets. Therefore, pull everything outside. But come to think of it now, many people don't think, say, okay, maybe waiting and all release the other parts of the report. Nothing we might or allegedly don't go against people they serve in position
currently
as ex-official.
I so believe.
But putting out something that has to do with some of that Ibrahima. I get a talk with a senior. Well, I can say he's a former staff now at SLFA, which he confirmed to me that the money withdrawn, the 720 million or so withdrawn, that money was withdrawn by Thomas Dadi Ibrahima as somebody alleged. Come to think of it, not a one person signed for withdrawal in SLFA funds.
At all.
Not a one person. It could be 3 signatories for withdraw the money. You feel, say, this current excos go survive the heat, or if you say this could just be mere waste of resources from the committee after the findings, and who may know, maybe some members in this committee go also serve in various positions in this current administration of Babadi Kamara, because there is somebody in that committee who we don't go publicly say, I'm supporting Babadi Kamara. So with justification you get say, it will be free, credible, transparent, where you don't go publicly already and say, I am supporting Babadi Kamara.
From the transition committee?
Yes, there is somebody in that committee. Well, I will mention the name as we proceed, but there is somebody in that committee where we don't go out publicly say it supports Babadi Kamara for BSLFA president, and he gets a very big position in the committee. Do you think people go say this committee don't do due diligence in pulling out irregularities that will take football forward, or for which hunt people will be don't serve in previous administration?
Well, I think one of the chairperson of that committee, Dr. Isaac Massaquoi, now somebody we personally get an unblemished character. Now somebody we I don't know for years, and a firm on in decision. In fact, in a joke with integrity. The one that we don't see the one that I'm with the lecture or so now the University of Sierra will tell you say it's a very responsible man. But again, at human, we always get some phases of we nobody know of. Yeah, I'm just talking about him. Now going forward now, Toby, looking at the committee as to whether they've done due diligence and all. For me, I tell you, say I commended them for side of it and do well, and I also question as they were feel like say they need for do more. Particularly the recommendation we then give for the Premier League promotion and demotion. Here you are clearly say I feel like they know, for me it was not something that was but again the other people that we've been dating, like the Tanu Jalo, the Bawo, the lady we serve as the secretary Bawo and all. I think the other set of people, and they did what they could and all. Then work being for just sit down, pick out points there, and then make a
original. A lot to happen behind Leon Star's travel. There is nothing in the committee will come out.
Leon Star did it fine. In fact, one of the things that they mentioned about Leon Star that I love so much is that the committee recommended that the Leon Stars is being run by the SLFA and not the NSA. And I was so happy. And then say when I get an interview with the executive director, he said for as long as SLFA able for provide accountability, they don't mind for hand over waiting government to give to them to the SLFA. That was how it was happening before. Madam Aisha, you want to see in tenure, now in be the control the install 100%. When the funding come from Ministry of Sports and the National Sports Council by then, they hand over. Then SLFA now they own mandate now for ensure say they use that money judiciously and account for them.
I just want to please Reginald.
Right.
I'm going to allow you to make that point. But let me go back fast forward to 2021, where I host Thomas Daddy Brimer, where he confirmed say $3 million don't be approved by FIFA for build an ultra modern technical center. But he's no longer the president. We don't see the ultra modern technical center from the $3 million.
The SLFA could probably say, we don't rule out the artificial turf projects. It's ongoing. You can go now the SLFA headquarters. We have been the major embarrassment because I've been the eyesore. Anybody we deeper football business, we come now headquarters, they go. That pitch be very embarrassing. Of course, we are doing the Bull Coronation Field, where they do Port Loco right now. They do at the Far East approved school. They do maintenance na Kono. We give them at LED lights. They do maintenance na Kenima. We give them lights. That's not the first phase of the infrastructural development we don't talk about. Now we are thinking of doing a modern day technical center. We'd already secure funding for that. As a matter of fact, I just come out in a meeting with the Minister of Sport and the Minister of Lands. The good news is government don't agree for Giwi land to do that, and as soon as they give we the land, this year when I go see a brand new technical center, a modern day technical center. We are also working on some other donor partners that we don't contact we because of the good job we SLFA they do.
So this will be an interview when I've been get with Thomas Daddy Brahima on the Epic Sports Show back then in 2021. So it means it make the statement in 2021, say this year 2021, when now in 2025, 4 years fast forward, it say we will get a modern day technical center. But so you don't go so we don't see the technical center from Thomas Daddy Brahima. Gentlemen, we don't eat into a lot of the time. But finally, do you think, let's start with Tamba, do you think this report will be the make or break of football?
If the recommendations are actually being implemented, it will be considered as the transformative era of Sierra Leone football. But if those recommendations are not being followed, we just go to wallow.
So even the relegation, even to the relegation side, we will follow the recommendation.
Well, me for the relegation side, for this season, me personally I support. Say the relegation, or the reason being that we not play, no the Division 1 not play better. So if we select the Division 1 qualification play, say in the end we get team that they can at the Premier League. So until we go to November, December, and we for make sure say we work with the CAF calendar. As we qualify, as we league they done, we able send the teams that will qualify for go play the continental competition. But not always. If we now waste time, the rains they begin come. Mind you, rains they begin come early. May June rains and not begin come. It disturb the league. 1, 2. If we not begin playing, I will say take the Division 1 competition qualification done for let the relegate teams there then come.
Why not you for play with league simultaneously? The league they play in 4th division.
Well now I believe say from waiting I don't get now I think they will all the team play together. The Premier League they play the Division 1, Division 2. So as the Premier League they end, the Division 1 they end, then teams are in the relegate, then teams are in the qualify. Now what part the main reason and we make the recommendation no team not for relegate.
Okay. So Reginald, again the same question to you. Do you think this transition committee the report will be the make or break for football?
Thank you very much, Toby. I think the reports don't show serious governance, financial, HR, and compliance failure. Not the SLFA from the reports we they don't do so. I think, like me brother they say, the recommendations are there. They've been submitted to the executive. I understand the SLFA will get its kits this weekend. I don't even know the venue, but they are going to meet. And I understand from the vice president one, it's worship the mayor from Port Loko district.
So it's the on, then we just continue with
yes,
that.
Yes, rather that this is one of the agenda that is going to be discussed. I think say all they need for do now for discuss her with all honesty and ensure say them vouch for transform football so the better. We have people with the ideas, but sometimes they can tend for put their personal gains ahead of the interest of the game, and the game now they unify, we now they bring it together. So the game now for always take center stage. So I think say if the approach I mean that way to be put all the recommendations them where this report they say, or the man where them feel like it makes sense, abide by them, then it will be done for a new year. For me, it's a shame when even you go to the SLFA, you look at the compound, you know they get even proper visibility of how a structured football secretariat should look like. It's an embarrassment. And I sure say all of them things, and these were some of the hopes that Babali gave to the one that we support him, and some of the ideology the way this that is going to transform. But again, it cannot transform football alone. It's not like the past presidents don't be bad, but because of the people that really walk around there, not get genuine interest of football. Thomas Daddy Brahima was a very good man when he came in earlier, but he had people around him where they get waiting and want to achieve, and they're not before so push work with them. At the end of the day, look at how we go. So a lot they will need for working too. But let's see, he's new now, about 55 to 60 days in office. We will continue, but the clock ticking again. You know, say time not in our favor. You get for act fast, and we'll see what now some of the transformation we will bring into with football. Thank you so much, Toby.
Rabiatu Mansare, good year for bringing to you the second part of the Today Show. But plenty thank you to Tambalebi and Regina Brian Ojukutu-Soya for joining me and push the Today Show. Mohamed Colley have been go out at the streets of Freetown for talk to Sierra Leoneans, waiting at their own take on the transition report. After this, he will be joined by Rabiatu Mansare. Let will get the views of people out there about the transition committee, their work.
Because Babadi now will be the president of the FA. And ESCO back now votes them in. So I mean not the constitution, but waiting and doing a bad thing. Number one, they don't investigate them, they don't get all evidence. And then if I call the man and say let them carry the money, or waiting and take, just like that boss when you eat you on television station, say then give them money for buy 4 bus, then carry with 2 bus, and for ask them other people comment this business and then they can investigate, they can call for them money and then go free. Not of us sack them no more, then come out of the done then they benefit with them money, then they done the nation they perish, and that's not good. And then everybody watch man the way you say they get the country on heart. They put them, the people are not saying that people in future say this are just a family properties. You get man they don't yell for more who's know what they read the name. Say the name they play under SLFA. And now a new president don't come. We assist him for do a good thing. We all slightly and go glad to say this man, I may like football, I support Bo Rangers, now so he can support the country on national sports. I believe if you do that, they investigate, then the money come. If the money not come, they make constitution. If not jail, let the people around jail. But then they just sack them no more, left them so they enjoy. Because that's what people are used for doing in this country. When they don't eat money, they don't say sack them, and then benefit. So me and me only talk around no more. And then anyone when me don't work on the Isa Johnson, he say no trustworthy because no say Chris Kamara dey with him. No, what I mean, Chris Kamara me dey with him with the campaign. As I mean, I'm not say Benson is still the acting secretary general. So it's likely Chris Kamara can come back, and Chris Kamara me don't dey doing Isa Johnson term. They don't work doing Babadi term. And we rumor say now one of the man and they pull it in the way they under Doti because Salonia once he dey in the game, you know go pull it in the Doti, but they're pushing a corner. And then as he say, you will say, now wait till we do under the camp and do. And then we go count someone they still an FAD count position. If now that's an FNM from but then no count on an FAD. That's mean I'm going to talk than
the one that already the work with them the work on the old system. Let them pull them all. Because if they put them back, and the same people are back. And therefore co-op the one old system. So the man will work effective one at the country, all man will able surprise that time. So for change it. The them boss that they missing them money that they all they forget account of them. They forget account of them. Therefore, who let them get account of them? Because na bad mismanagement and count in the country.
It's simple. If they make things simple, it's simple. You know, I believe say like always I can say we don't do. Now they know what's in the sea inside, and they know what's in the inside under. And I believe say Baba, if you let this country, the court don't get this power, you know what he for do. Would that not fit for the under, you know what he for do. Would that fit for the day, it can bring a car inside. But we wait in the streets, now salon in better one, that we want. I believe say, now God put on day. And when God put on day, now for the benefit of this country. They not for look say this time the person or this time this and that. I believe say what's good for the country now for do. Would that fit for the day now for bring car inside? Would I not say this if I put a here, it will give bad image to this country. I believe say for pull and day. Yeah, man, I don't day I get for say. I don't get much for say.
Why make I'm always surprised? Because you don't tell the rumor there. Anything where they say this now rumor, that's alone. Some amount of truth they say. You understand? About if he feels say the TV can't hold on to win at the presidency,
understand, and not try for put a house in order, there will be a failure, understand, because they get cartel inside the FA, where that cartel a act for penetrate you as a president, understand, plus use the aid. If you not use the aid, a problem, understand, because this accusation, counter accusation, understand, still they continue at the FAN. We need to see the football how we expect how it grow at the country, you need to see the grow. And some of you need a gladdy, understand? And money business, everybody know how the country do, understand? Some of these guys will feel say at the helper for come, now the UTF, understand? If you not taking time, and then same one will cry down tomorrow say, but this man is not capable of for being SLFA president.
Football is interesting and the unfolding things likewise. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'll help you up more about the saga there in the latest finding inside Slafa. Now, from the low tech we entertainment with Aminata Kamara for just chill it down a bit. You know, don't come up from the ease the tension there in the findings. We'll just stand in our corner and relax with our entertainment.
What's up, my people? This is the ENT Corner on Slick TV, channel 37. With me, Aminata Kamara. So one of Sierra Leone's most famous female artists, Tazi, yes, we all know Zizi Mama. You know, we don't sabi him for be a dancehall artist, he get that reggae vibe inside him, you know, always they shake places, society they go. But now we don't take a twist in a music career. Now they try to embrace salon culture, you know, trying to bring the cultural values into music. But if I talk more, you go say this, I don't overpraise the video. Let's get the video, please. That video was mad. It was nicely done. You can see, say, indeed, she's trying to embrace the culture from the directing to the dresses. The video don't speak for itself. So moving away from that, Pakiten away now the online king. You know, don't set for drop a music video, new music video where it titled Jama Bismillah. You know, from waiting I don't do year around Jama Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. You know, I don't go judge, but you be the judge. Let's get the snippet.
Jama Bismillah, 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 Jama Bismillah, Bismillah, Jama Bismillah, 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 Jama Bismillah.
So that is just a snippet of waiting Bismillah they about. And you know, some that be post na Facebook say that video they go come out soon. We still they anticipate because that song is mad. So from Bismillah, let's move now to Rebel Boy Blue. So Rebel Blue in Last Burial Music, where it don't reach 10,000 plays na audio mark. And the management don't hint we say they get 2 more songs where they want for push out. Waiting their songs and they bought, they're always ready for Giwi Banga. We still there at the music world. Now Leonos the Juniors, where aka the Pekin them presidents, don't set for release a new song where it titled Party. Let's check out the teaser.
Leonos the Juniors, now me make the party start. Aye, now me make command the maga. If you feeling the sound, let me see you jump and dance.
So now let me go internationally. Stonebwoy, where we all know say is a very big artist, you know, don't receive 3 awards them last night. One are for Artist of the Year, 2 Reggae Dancehall Song of the Year, where the song is Psalm 23, and 3 Afrobeat Song of the Year for Jeje. You know, Stonebwoy is an artist where, you know, always gets for giving the fire, and big congratulations to you, Stonebwoy. So we move now to the drama where they around Cardi B, Offset, and you know the other one we don't add by the angle now we don't get triangle. So Cardi B in music where he pull out the drama where he say I am the new drama. You know this song yeah, so he get for share to people the reason where he make it decide for left Offset, and according to her he say he don't need Offset because Offset always they talk about spending more money in the relationship, but he needs Stephon Diggs where they make him feel safe, where they make him feel happy, and also they make she feel love for who that him be. So these are all the controversies where Cardi B, you know, don't can shine light on. That means say, you know, Offset is more about spending money, and according to Cardi B, in a woman where always gets money for himself, he able to spend money. So you don't need man where they give him money again, just need man where go show and love, and she's expecting for Diggs. So let's come back in a saloon. House of Stars, they don't pull out the audition form. Usai, the winner, they get 3-bedroom duplex house, they get car, and also they get a cash prize of $10,000. It's really catchy. You know, go grab your form now. You might be the lucky winner. So now talk about the Epic Fiesta. Epic Fiesta. Last year was mad. Last year was banger. And this year, I don't want to tell you what you expect. Just make sure, say Epic Fiesta, you know, miss some. We go happen November 8th this year na Paradise City, Aberdeen Beach. You know, Epic Fiesta, they start at 12. We may say, begin themselves need for go shake body. And then the big one, they go come later in the evening. Don't miss out. Now talk about the Epic Oldies Corner. You know, we will like the old music, the old reggae, and also to the mama and papa that were in the house. This not the time for let you grab cam and go shake body with the Epic Oldies Corner. So this event they happen at FSSG Hall, Bossalt on Saturday, the October 11. And the dress code now, dress as your favorite oldies artist. I go on for see how you dress because myself, I'd already iron me oldies dress where I get for use. Don't miss out. So now, how our model management and image consultancy don't finally pull out the face where then go send for this year Miss Teen Africa 2025. And the name of this teen year Sona Sorian Sudan Sise will go represent Sierra Leone na the stage. We wish them all the best and pray say it go bring the crown to Sierra Leone and make Sierra Leone proud. My people, that's all we have for you guys in the ENT corner. Till the next episode, stay glued to Slick TV. Aminata Kamara there in the ENT corner giving us the latest updates. Keep in mind if you join us for Epic Oldies Corner and Epic Fiesta. Okay, now we'll take a flight schedule for tomorrow starting at 5 a.m. Askai Airlines flight KP041 will depart from Freetown and make stops in Accra and Lomé, arriving at 8:45 a.m. At 8:30 a.m. Askai Airlines flight KP043 will take off from Banjul and head to Freetown, arriving at 9:10 a.m. before continuing to Lomé.
At 1 p.m., Askai Airlines flight KP022 will depart from Lomé and make stops in Accra and Freetown, arriving in Banjul at 4:45 p.m. At 1:30 p.m., Brussels Airlines flight SN243 will take off from Freetown, make a stop in Monrovia, and land in Brussels at 7:55 p.m. At 2:30 p.m., Kenya Airways flight KQ510/11 will depart from Nairobi, stop in Accra at 5:30 p.m. and arrive in Freetown at 6:30 p.m. These flights will then head back to Accra and arrive and return to Nairobi. For those traveling overnight, at 9:30 p.m., Turkish Airlines flight TK533/4 will depart from Istanbul with a stop in Ouagadougou before arriving in Freetown at 1:10 a.m. and continuing back to Istanbul at 2:10 a.m. I want to speak that French word, bon voyage. I hope I pronounced it well. Have a safe flight for you to sit inside board belly. Very soon, James cameraman will join us. Well, we tech news.
Welcome to your technology news update. I am Deneja Siatumoy. In a major development that's shaking up the tech world, the giant graphics chip maker Nvidia has announced a massive $5 billion investment in its rival Intel. This move comes just weeks after the US government took a significant 10% stake in Intel, making it a major shareholder. This isn't just a financial investment, it is a strategic partnership. These two companies, which have long been competitors, are now joining forces to work together on developing new chips for artificial intelligence and personal computers. For Intel, which has been facing some challenges in recent years, this is a huge boost. This investment from Nvidia, a leader in the booming AI industry, provides a lifeline and a clear sign of confidence in Intel's future. It is a game changer that puts Intel front and center in the AI race. The deal also has political significance. Analysts say this partnership is a win for the US technology sector and aligns with the government's goal to strengthen domestic chip manufacturing. The historic collaboration marks a new era for these two tech titans, and it will be interesting to see how their joint efforts shape the future of computing. That's all on your technology news update. I am Deneja Siatumoy. Thank you for watching.
Tech world now. Thank you very much, Deneja. I told you James will be here, and now James has joined me. Welcome, James.
Yes. Good evening, good afternoon, viewers, good afternoon, listeners. And so straight to go to the issue still in court. We'll tell us anything will come out from the court concerning the recent suspension of the Honorable Judge Harland, Justice Harland and Holloway. We go bring a come to now because according to the press release we may come out last week, we may learn to see they set up a tribunal for looking into the matter that will investigate the issue between the Honorable Judge and his Chief Justice. So therefore, new journalists don't try for see how they can get access to the judge or to the judiciary communication team for being able to talk about the issue. Well, some succeed, some able to succeed. And now this has been the decision from the judiciary. According to the press release now, says Sierra Leone government notice. So the media team of the judiciary of Sierra Leone shall forthwith no longer engage the press or media houses on the suspension of the Honorable Justice Alan B. Holloway, JSC, since a tribunal has been constitutionally set up to investigate the said judge. This is so because we will not want to prejudice the outcome of the investigation, and that is they say they don't want anybody to talk about the matter, especially from their own team, the media team, from the law courts. Why? Because they don't want for the big words, they don't want for prejudice the matter. It means they don't want for let people then make big judgments before the judge or before the tribunal set up. So therefore, they know they talk again. So even a journalist want to interview either the judge or the media team. Well, this is the decision from them, so it's not going to hold anymore. So that's the press release. So we'll go straight to another one. The authority of Ministry of Water Resources say, despite they don't expand the services since 2023 into for include sanitation, money business don't be a serious problem will affect the work. The permanent secretary Aliyu Bakar Conte highlight challenges that we while it presents the 2026 budget on the ongoing budget hearing inside Freetalk. Remember to Mansaremi Didi and get more.
Mr. Conte said that for the year ending, there was no budget allocated for the sanitation portfolio in the ministry, though it was added to their mandate 2 years ago.
Policy objectives are as follows. We are to improve the quantity and quality of water supply and sanitation services, promote private sector partnership and participation, including public-private partnership, protect and conserve water resources, increase investment in water resources development and manage the sanitation sector, reduce non-revenue water, improve sustainability and capacity to manage water supply and sanitation services in the rural and urban areas.
In 2024, he said the ministry requested for 5,205,000 unions, but received only 1,488,000 unions, which is about 27% of the total allocated.
Our deliverables for 2024 were as follows. To coordinate and collaborate with different stakeholders or sector players in the water sector for provision of safe and potable drinking water across Sierra Leone. This we could not achieve in totality because of funding.
The ministry is now asking for 6,309,400 unions in 2026 in order to implement strategic plans, including domestic capital projects,
laboratory offices in Karine, Falaba, Western Area Rural districts. The total cost for this project, this is the PIP, is 12,800,000. The status capital budget project questionnaire forwarded to the Ministry of Development for Karine and Falaba, which we have just received approval of. The phase 1 cost is 1,800,000. That approval was sent to the Ministry of Finance, and we are waiting the approval for us to proceed with processing of the payment.
He concluded by appealing to the Ministry of Finance to approve 9,617,000 unions as non-salary, non-interest recurrent expenditure to support the ministry's daily operations. For Slick Television, Rabiatu Mansari reporting.
Accidents take place today, this afternoon. We left beaucoup people there, wounded, including the driver. The accident took place in a tennis court inside Hill Station. You be not to Mansaremi Didi and talk with people there. We will see how the accident took place.
Work as well, me a rider. So I come on work. I don't undress now. I can park at the junction. Normally, we say I can park, wait for passenger. So like, it's not by the roadside. I get a huddle sound, the motor car they come with speed. Now a tanker, this tanker, he come up from mansion by Old School Junction. They can't cross because like the driver, the speed won't be the bring now the way they call. If I be meet up any motor car them along the way, now a big damage. So like God be help, then students are not being come with them picking them this Cardiff school. In the brush and other motor car them be they come, but the other motor car, the second motor car, you see the option. And the bike almost where the tanker don't come, now the bike man pass. But instead the pole, now you can jam them with one woman, then get a scrap. So like normally God help, the tanker in go for them and the driver and the apprentice and be there inside the vehicle, be able for draw them and we pull them. Nothing not happen, then just won't get a damage. But we thank God on that side there.
We don't come on grafting, we dey pack him down. Like the man be the blow continuously. You get me? My own driver when I'm Mr. Amarana, he see under the glass. When he see him, waiting in do now, he just send the motorcar by his own side. The guy just come more on in Bukui. When he book we other taxi be there before we with one keke man. Now he go book the taxi man again. The keke man he just take time now and balance. Now he jump inside the keke. Now he gone down. When he gone down now he get for can jump here, it cross over. So again for police glass, as you see, that is in Poel. But thank God, nobody no injured by we motoka. Come on at the same regions, yes. In back the Camine BNW.
I will be Zulona Junction. So Mama said Mama they sell. So the motoka it stands from City Supermarkets by IMAX. They come, we lost break. So on the way the motoka be they come. They don't fail we say for we land, but we not be there. So now they come by this by Lodge Country, Lodge Aparts. So the motoka now claim up the speed bomb. So on the way they claim up the speed bomb, now they fly a car land na ground. It's on over. But thank God some people they damage and others things they are pulled back at the place. The driver thank God a life come save, but now the woman no one way damage. Yeah. Up to 3 people they damage. They don't go there in an emergency. The driver thank God not do I just get half scratch here no more. Nothing not happen to the driver. The driver come inside the motorcar save, he jump inside the motorcar. Now water be the inside, it be load. So now he miscarry. Break loss. Yeah.
I'm a business woman, but we see the motorcar they come up from a mansion part. Now you can't jam it, but you know damage nobody. If the one lady foot number it broke, but they don't go to emergency. You know kill other person, you know kill driver. Not jamming with business now they go for them. They count the speed from supermarket and I tell you which here.
Caswell mina rider.
Bangura for put that story together for we. So it was a serious one anyway, and we take thinking nobody no die, nobody life, no loss. Another one, we will tell you first what happened this morning, and we will tell you now what government to do about what happened this morning. We commanded now the Ministry of Works and Public Assets don't embark on a serious strike action this morning. As they say, they strike because they want to make them sack the Minister of Works. For normal bodies, we report them good day when Amasa Yanga and send this report.
Actually, I'm not able to explain much because as a civil servant, there are certain informations the way we not go spill out, you know. But the only thing we want to encourage those in authorities and Mr. President to intervene as soon as possible because these are our bosses, you know. And when two people are fight with the extraordinary staff, now we they suffer. So we want to call on all those in charge for letting come in and see that this problem will be resolved as soon as possible.
Family this morning will lock this office. Say then he's standing the Minister of Works for go. This man not get respect for office of the president. He not get respect for work commandant. He want let him go in your way. And we are professional people. We not make any document where they go pass in your way. Now professional work will they do? Will they do a professional work? We not they go work let you go na pass in your way. Who side the whole problem start? It starts for presidential lodge. We prepare document for presidential law. They avert the contract na newspaper. The people they apply for, AO contractor we apply for, it can't to we me and average of a lot price for them. I tell and say, they against the professional conduct because me when me cook the soup, I don't pull and give people not to me for it again. Now other person for serve. If I serve, I go rogue. So I no go price that contract day for Uncle Franklin because the contractor named Franklin. The contractor come to me, he say low price and the minister sena. The minister call me after on an office for low price for the contractor for the presidential law. We not do it. We not do it, and so the whole thing start. Now I go against the professional and say, now I tell and say for low price. And I say no. I say we don't care from 1995. We meet Konebondo as minister. He no ever behave so. I don't left here Timbangura I don't care as minister. He no ever behave so. I don't left here Dr. Boema I don't care as minister. He no behave so. I don't left here John Tata Edos Collin. He don't care as minister. He no behave so. I don't left here Papare. Don't care Kemo Sese Petito. They don't care Peter Barigu Conte. He no behave so. Pass you want let him go na you. I say we no go do am. And then the avatar contractor they go in for a competitive bidding. We contractor them go. They open the B, we do the violation. Without win, he win. He don't take in a parliament, he don't rush with you, he not able we. He don't give letter to professional head for let he get leave. We not to him right, not to him forgive. If professional head do any bad, he dey write to HRMO, he write to Public Service Commission, Head of Civil Service and State House. Now then go look into her. If he complain where he do, he merits for let go leave. But you know go take up on himself for let send professional head leave. This Friday, professional head go budget meeting. All go budget meeting. He match professional head out say let come on. Now professional head say no, he no come on now because now he get in ministry. You know for send professional head leave without the consent of all these players that were not named to you. If professional head do buy, you want send a leave. Na tribunal then they set. They look into her. I say where they want put auditor. They set tribunal. Where they want put that judge recently. They set commissioner. Where they send her guilty, they send her to leave. So, but you know we send professional head leave. Where you know get no iota of right for send a leave. We not go green. I make we lock here this money for lot protests, for let the whole world know, for let His Excellency know say this man not dey good job now. He get divide the rule. One of the things we mention in a letter is say the man refused for surrender in personal phone. Can you imagine? Then the other reason say he send staff them out for go work where he not tell her. And we not on the right. Professional here now they send technical staff there na feed, not to minister. Minister want do procurement work. Then at the back for workers procurement. He want direct procurement waiting for do. He want direct HR unit. He want direct professional wing. He want direct the PH waiting PS waiting for do. And you know they work so. Not to one person they work. Not to a kangaroo government who they run. Who they run a serious democratic government. How they run? We not the wrong kangaroo ministry. They not see you outside because he want let professional head do certain we not correct, and the man not go ever do it. He not go ever. Yeah, he want let sign certain document there we not correct. He go, for example, he get a ministerial quarter lands end. He go prepare survey plan for let the man sign. The man say me not go sign or me not to director of survey. And professional not to director of survey. If you want sign, let they sign any land document. Na director of land, na he sign. If president not put this man here, he don't say quarter 5 railway quarter na bo to Reverend Johnson. Harvest Field Church, na in the Prince Street. Yeah, 98 on interview, 98 on all that show day. He be there 98. I dey tell you with evidence. Me na ministry me dey work. I don't tell her from 1995. If I tell you something, not to think we na lie, I dey lie. Yeah. If you not lie, if you not na lie, I no go talk. This na media I dey talk to. I'm quite sure what I dey do. Mr. President, sir, if you not pull this man here, PWD quarter, we side PWD land day, we side the workshop day. Everything get for go. The quarter land there, all don't go. If you not pull this man here, even State House you get for seller. Complete don't go. The man alright professional here don't respond to her. You know wait, he say na consultant. We don't need consultant now. You know get no no additional value where they add to this ministry or consultant. We don't want her. Because anytime where the man go, it can divide the rule. Again, you own team A we don't set. And not to so for wrong government. Government, you meet people there. Without you, the ministry they run. As long as professional head day, PS day, without you, without the ministry they run. We they wait for the president for let take a decision. We they wait for State House, Head of Civil Service, Public Service Commission, HRMO for let they intervene in this case. Chief Minister for let intervene. If you not intervene, we not go stop the strike. Any side we send you now, we not go do am. As professionals there, we the strike, we they put down with tools there. We can't sit down in our office, so we will sit down, but we not go work. Let they can look into this matter speedily.
Thank you, Mata Younger, for that kind of report day for we. You know, at least somebody don't say we now say they get away for sell State House. So at least maybe if they sell State House, maybe we all go benefit. You know, but they are not State House. Now we president is sit down, and they all our government authorities and sit down. Well, because of that issue that happened this morning, and I guess the government now listen government and get yes, and so they listen. So these are waiting the decision when they take today. The press release dated 22nd September 2026. They address them to the Honorable Ministry of Works and Public Assets, New England. Say, formal query and directive to proceed on immediate leave pending full administrative review. From the headline, you don't tell you say they don't send a good leave, but we will just give small of waiting the letter say. The press release say. They say this office is in receipt of an exchange of correspondence initiated by you, by your kind self on the above subject. We are also privy to audio recordings bordering on the same subject between the Chief Director of Public Works and your humble self. Kindly be informed that this matter is now in the public view and has been brought to the high attention of His Excellency the President. In view of the above, it is advised that the matter be put on hold to the effect that all officers concerned remain in post and perform their normal professional duties until this office reverts to you for a resolution on the matter. By copy of all concerned are involved and requested to comply according as appropriate. Yours faithfully, sincerely, Baba B. Fortune, we are the secretary to the president. So this is the press release. So it means by this letter, Dr. Sandy don't be sent on leave, where some people can say a suspension, but this one is on leave according to what the context of the letter say. So they go on leave until by issue between the director of chief director of public works, then see how they can go for hiring and out properly.
So the good thing about leave, or the other side of leave na salon, we all know the outcome of them. But I think this is way serious than being put out, because there was a letter go viral where he asked a particular engineer for actually he put on suspension where this particular man in the video but they make reference to earlier on. And on the 19th of September, this saga it just burst out today because the people feel like, oh, we'll take them upon we safe now and do X, Y, Z, lock the office and the likes. But inside September, you see, I think from I saw a news report, inside talk say even somebody the acting secretary inside there, I think the minister forcefully try for taking phone, allegedly as to waiting put out, try for taking phone, say they record the conversation where they go, and I'm sure this is waiting them put out now, and this person now they say, well, record it, go viral, XYZ. So this is the thing, there's a saying also again, if us not sell you, street no go buy you. Sometimes when certain things they happen a little corner, when people in the unearth and people in can give blind eyes, we all know the whole Dennis and the thing, he was once a minister inside the previous government, we see again now this man will get so much controversy around that. Yet they get in position. This is why most people they feel like, well, politics, however, not just one way for we could just go and get you and things could be done. Because last we hope for see the outcome of this anyway. And we know say judiciary don't put pending on one or two things for the media, but this is not something where I feel like we for the follow and on earth. Today at the Ministry of Works, things like this they happen, but lots more ministries that they happen. In fact, sometimes when we get this video, someone was like, I even afraid this man will put out this video here, so make the no saka. So amongst many other reasons why people have been quiet about things happening in the workplaces, because if I react, something I may get for forfeit all of these things. And the man in question, well, not like we put spoon at government in mouth, however, but the man in question, we all know there's so many things around that. At the end of the day, we'll see again that they get an 8th position. So you go one for ask the question. I mean, it's like people that they do something and then go scot-free just like that.
Yes, one thing you go for Rabbi, as according to people can say lock pass fine. And he's enjoying what they call luck. He's been very, very lucky according to what people say.
But you either man just not say if they not take action, or even state house and go so they tell you the gravity of things or the seriousness of how things are going on in there.
What has he not done in all the ministries they don't work? That's the question. They don't do a lot of controversial things there. You see, every the man they talk, they don't sell land, they don't state land into even church, and he will call it church in there.
Yes.
And so it means he knows more. In fact, there are lots to it. So if you say we take the mic to
right, 27 days, plus years you didn't work in place. Yes. And one of these on earth where they for read them budget. So we therefore know what and do to the money we're being allocated to them, because it's like it gets for do with that is what we're unearthing now. Say it gets for do with one or two reasons. This money has to then do the budget. This engineer the minister they are suspended. Now they do the budget, they do the pending down on everything. But now then for go read them budget, all of these things they unearth. But the idea watch.
Yes, the issue Boku and Dr. Sunday we still they watch you as journalists. Anyway, Statistics Leon don't open the 10 days national training program for field officers that are ahead of the cartographic mapping exercise. The Statistic Council Chairman Moses Williams warned the proposed field officers that are against the habit for put politics inside the work. As he says, Statistics Sierra Leone now a non-political institution. Make a listen on.
Cartography is actually one of the pre-activities that we undertake before we conduct census. What that means is we are going to divide this country into workable load, which we refer to the statistics enumeration areas, so that once we get those enumeration areas, we'll be able to determine the workload for 2020-2026 and also send people to those various identified enumeration areas. As we are talking here, the training is taking place at all regions. This is district level training. We have been training a lot. So this is district level training now. We have brought all the districts into the regions. So for instance, if you go to Bo, all the districts in the southern province are training in Bo. If you get to north, all the districts in the north are training in Bombali. All the districts in northwest are training in Poploko. Freetown here, we are training urban and rural here. We are talking about 750 field staff, about 300 to 400 mappers. We have other layers, actually. For instance, district mapping coordinators, we have data quality, we have M&E among all of them. We actually thought it is important that we teach them also the concept and the technology, whether you are data quality, you are M&E, so that you'll be able to monitor. You can't verify something if you don't have an idea in it.
Our commitment is unwavering. We will continue to deploy international and national experts to provide hands-on technical expertise, mentorship, and support throughout the cartographic mapping as well as subsequent phases of the census. Our support is aimed at strengthening national capacity. We are investing in your skills, ensuring that the knowledge and expertise gained in this exercise and within statistics SL is utilized for future undertakings. We are committed to ensuring this census meets the highest international standards, leveraging the latest methodologies and best practices to produce data that is accurate and reliable and widely used for development.
And I got for one, the one that we get for peace supervisors. We got a team of 4 people to work with you. The one person go back in with you say, oh, I guess it's also for you, I'm not going to do it for 2 days. Without I will go Sheba. You are the grip on that. And as the tell now, Mr. Young person, we are going to be with you in the field. And whenever I get to you, people will ask, where are your colleagues? You tell me they are from us. We are going there. I want to see them. So that is what we are going to do with you. The other aspect is politics. Statistics Sierra Leone is a non-political institution. So if you're not NGC, you're not C4C, you're not ABC, you're not SLPP, let's take all those vests out and put on white. And let's do this job. And anybody where they use politics by this thing, you go, you wrong go, who can catch you? And if we catch you, you are going to be dismissed from the job and handed over to the police. We want something very thorough. Go with a clean mind, go as a Sierra Leonean, and work as a Sierra Leonean for this country to officially declare the training process open. Thank you.
Cartography is actually one of the
Mohamed Bake Kamara for putting that report together for we. Thank you for listening to the headline review for the start of the week, the first day of the week. So we'll continue for the bring and come to you till the weekly end. And we'll bring the first edition to you. My name is James Kamaramani.
It's a pleasure having you on board, James. And first, we're going to the cutting down to today's edition of the Today Show here on Slick Television Channel 37. Kindly follow us on all our social media handles. Don't forget also the WhatsApp channel and Telex and TikTok are the most favorite app now. And also TikTok for all authentic, balanced, and accurate information. I am Rabia Tumansaye. Have a lovely evening.
Kotoku na the easiest way for customer for pay merchant direct from the Orange Money wallet. The fast, safe